Towards the end of Backturn 13, an unprecedented evil emerged. He enslaved the souls of many under a dark, hypnotic trance. He possessed the body of one man who would come to be known as
Hello aspirants, welcome to UPSC Civil Services Simplified. Since our area of focus is UPSC Civil Services examination, which is often considered as one of the toughest examination in the competitive arena. Therefore, having a prior knowledge about the UPSC will help us in deciding our career. So, let us begin. So, civil services is not a new concept. Roots of civil services go back a long way in human history. The key to the survival of the ancient Egyptian civilization, which flourished as early as 3000 BC, was the civil services, the historical model of all the later bureaucracies. The waterways for the civilization needed central management, which required a body of officials. Once in place, the officials found their second realm of business in the extensive construction activities organized along military lines, and it was only a matter of time before they took over the administration of the entire state. So, bureaucrats occupied a prominent position among the top officials. In India, the legends of the Aryans speak of the evolution of the administrative system. The god, at war with the demons, were on the verge of defeat. In desperation, they got together and elected a king to lead them. The origin of the early administrative system may perhaps be traced to these legends. Subsequently, the bureaucratic system in India evolved through the periods of the Delhi Sultanate, Mauryan Empire, Mughal rule, and the British colonial empire. The present civil services structure in India traces its origin to the Macaulay Committee under Lord Macaulay. The committee gave India its first modern civil services in 1854 and recommended that the patronage-based system of the East India Company should be replaced by a permanent civil service, entry into which would be based on merit through a competitive entrance examination. While designing the civil services after independence, the Indian political leaders chose to refrain elements of British structure of a unified administrative system, such as open entry based on academic achievements, elaborate training arrangements, permanency of tenure, important posts at the union, state and district levels reserved for civil service, a regular graduate scale of pay with pension and other benefits, and a system of promotions and transfers based predominantly on seniority. These civil services are far superior to any job in the private sector. They run the entire administration of the country. The elected ministers of India lay down the policies required to properly run the administrative machinery, which are then executed by the civil servants in various central and state government agencies. The importance of civil services in a democracy like India is very high. For effective administration, it is vital that our political leaders are given non-partisan advice based on effective coordination between the various institutions of governance. The Government of India expects the civil servants to fulfill their responsibility towards the public by offering frank and unbiased advice to the government irrespective of which party is in power. The civil services in India are grouped into three broad categories. First, services whose members serve both the union and the state governments, that is the All India services. Second, services whose members serve only at the union government are termed as central civil services. Third, also the state governments have their own group of services, the state civil services. Union Public Service Commission. Civil servants are selected through various examinations conducted by the Union Public Service Commission UPSC, including the prestigious Civil Services Examination. UPSC is the central authority that conducts various examinations to recruit candidates for various Group A and Group B government services, such as All India Services, Indian Statistical Services, Indian Engineering Services, and Indian Defence Services. The origin of Public Service Commission in India dates back to 1919, when the first dispatch of the Government of India on Indian constitutional reforms on 5th March 1919 referred to the need for setting up a permanent office for the regulation of service matters. In furtherance to it, Section 96C of the Government of India Act 1919 provided for the establishment of a Public Service Commission to discharge in regard to recruitment and control of the public service in India such functions as may be assigned thereto by the rules made by the Secretary of State in Council. After this, the Lee Commission also recommended setting up a Public Service Commission, which was set up on 1st October 1926, and the first member of this commission was Sir Ross Barker. After the passage of the Government of India Act 1935, the Public Service Commission was converted into Federal Public Service Commission. Following the enforcement of the Constitution on 26 January 1950, the Federal Public Service Commission was renamed as the Union Public Service Commission. The Commission is constituted under Article 315 of the Constitution. The functions of UPSC are described in Article 320 of the Constitution, which are as follows. Number 1. Conduct examination for appointment to the services of the nation. Number 2. Direct recruitment by selection through interviews. Number 3. Appointment of officers on promotion, deputation, absorption. Number 4. Framing and amendment of recruitment rules for various services and posts under the government. Number 5. Disciplinary cases relating to different civil services. Number 6. Advising the government on any matter referred to the Commission by the President of India. Various exams that are conducted by UPSC are Central Armed Forces Assistant Commandant Examination, Combined Medical Services Examination, Combined Geoscientist and Geologist Examination, Engineering Services Examination, Indian Forest Services Examination, National Defence Academy Examination, but we will restrict ourselves up to the Civil Services Examination. Eligibility to appear for the examination is set up by the Commission on the basis of below parameters: educational qualifications, age, nationality, and number of attempts. Educational requirements. The candidates must hold a degree of any of the universities incorporated by an act of the central or state legislature in India, or other educational institutions established by an act of parliament or declared to be deemed as university under Section 3 of the University Grants Commission Act 1956. Age. For general category, the lower limit is 21 years and upper limit is 32 years. For SC/ST, the upper limit increases by 5 years. For OBC, the upper limit increases by 3 years. Nationality. For Indian Administrative Services, Indian Police Services and Indian Foreign Services, a candidate must be a citizen of India. For others, the candidate can be a citizen of India or a subject of Nepal or a subject of Bhutan. Certificate of eligibility should be issued by the Government of India for citizens who are outside of India. Number of attempts. For general category, there are 6 attempts. For scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, there is no limit to appear in the examination. For OBC category, there are 9 attempts. Services offered by the examination are Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service, Indian Foreign Service, Indian Post and Telecommunication Account Services Group A, Indian Audit and Account Services Group A, Indian Revenue Services Custom and Central Excise Group A, Indian Defence Account Services Group A, Indian Revenue IT Group A, Indian Ordnance Factories Services Group A, Assistant Works Manager Administration, Indian Postal Services Group A, Indian Civil Account Services Group A, Indian Railway Traffic Service Group A, Indian Railway Account Service Group A, Indian Railway Personal Service Group A, Post of Assistant Security Commissioner in Railway Protection Group Group A, Indian Defence Estate Services Group A, Indian Information Service Junior Grade Group A, Indian Trade Service Group A, Indian Corporate Law Service Group A, Armed Forces Headquarters Civil Services Group B Section Officers Grade, Delhi, Andaman and Nicobar, Lakshadweep, Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli Civil Services Group B, Delhi, Andaman and Nicobar Island, Lakshadweep, Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli Police Service Group B, Pondicherry Civil Services Group B, Pondicherry Police Services Group B. The examination conducted by the UPSC is divided into 2 phases. First is the preliminary examination. Second is the mains examination. Mains examination is further classified into 2 stages. First is the written test. Second is the personality test. The preliminary examination is again further divided into 2 parts or 2 papers. First paper is General Studies 1. Second paper is General Studies 2. General Studies 1 is the criteria for getting selected for mains. 200 marks, 100 questions, that gives us 2 marks per question. Therefore, strategy and revision are considered as must for clearing the General Studies 1 paper of the preliminary examination. General Studies 2 paper is also known as Civil Services Aptitude Test or CSAT. Qualifying marks are set by the Commission as 33% or 66 marks. But the CSAT examination is not as easy as it looks and can be proved as a game changer. The written test. The written test is divided into 9 papers which can be classified on the basis of nature as qualifying and merit makers. The qualifying papers. Qualifying papers is first paper is compulsory language, which is one of the Indian language to be selected by the candidate from the languages included in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. B. Compulsory English, class 10th level basic high school English. Qualifying papers on Indian languages and English. The aim of the paper is to test the candidate's ability to read and understand disruptive prose and to express his ideas clearly and correctly in English and in the Indian languages concerned. The pattern of questions would be broadly as follows: comprehension of the given passages, precise writing, usage and vocabulary, short essays. Indian languages: comprehension of the given passages, precise writing, usage and vocabulary, and short essays, and translation from English to Indian languages and vice versa. The papers of Indian languages and English will be of matriculation or equivalent standard and will be of qualifying nature only. The marks obtained in these papers will not be counted for ranking. The candidates will have to answer the English and Indian languages papers in English and the respective Indian language aspect where translation is involved. The merit makers: first paper would be of essay 250 marks, General Studies 1 250 marks, General Studies 2 250 marks, General Studies 3 250 marks, General Studies 4 250 marks. Optional paper 1 250 marks, optional paper 2 250 marks, which gives us a total of 1750. Then we have interview or the personality test of 275 marks, which gives us a grand total of 2025 marks. The essay paper: the weightage of essay paper is 250 marks, that is equal to an GS paper. A rank deciding paper along with General Studies 4 and optionals. 2 sections, 2 essays, 1200 words each, 125 marks each. It is seen as a trend as from the previous year question papers that generally one essay comes from the conceptual part, that is thought, innovation, social issue, idea, belief, etc., while the other essay comes from the current section, especially trending ones like international relations, economy, society, etc. General Studies 1 can be divided into Indian art, culture and heritage, history of India and the world, Indian society and related concepts, geography of India and the world. General Studies 2 is further classified into Indian Constitution and Polity, governance and related concepts, social justice, and international relations. General Studies 3 can be classified into Indian economy and issues related to it, science and technology, environment and biodiversity, security and disaster management. General Studies 4 can be classified as ethics and human interface, public civil services and values, probity in governance, and case studies. The optionals: according to the latest trends, the optionals can be classified into 2 categories on the basis of its nature, that is the technical optionals and the non-technical optionals. The technical optionals. Technical optionals are considered as those optionals which require some prior knowledge about the subject before taking them as optionals, which are as follows: agriculture, animal husbandry and veterinary science, botany, chemistry, civil engineering, commerce and accountancy, electrical engineering, law, management, mathematics, mechanical engineering, medical science, physics, statistics, and zoology. Whereas if we talk about the non-technical optionals are considered as those optionals which do not require some prior study before taking them as optionals and are taken by most of the candidates, as they are scoring as compared to the technical optionals, but this is no hard and fast. Anthropology, economics, geography, geology, history, philosophy, political science and international relations, public administration, sociology, literature, that is Assamese, Bengali, Hindi, English, etc. A note: the question papers for the examination will be of conventional essay type, that is they will be of descriptive type. You have to write regardless of the preliminary examination, or the both papers of the preliminary examinations would be of objective type. Each papers will be of 3 hours duration. We have the choice to answer the papers in any of the Indian languages, 8th schedule or English, except for qualifying papers. The question papers are set in English and Hindi except for the literature papers, that is the optionals. It is compulsory to qualify the qualifying papers, otherwise merit papers will not be evaluated. It is compulsory to score a sum of 10% of the total marks in the merit marking papers, otherwise it is considered as failed. However, qualification for interview or personality test depends upon the merit set up by the commission. With this, we finish our session on an introduction to civil services examination. In the next session, we will discuss how to start the civil services preparation from scratch. Thank you, aspirants. Have a great day.